Takichi's idea. A single one of these strings would break. That piece of metal would drop down in the machine and stop the machine instantly so no defect could be created.
Right.
It's amazing that thin blade stops the line.
So simple. And this same thread system, what's amazing, is used on the same Toyota Loom machines today. The same Jidoka, the Sakichi came up. This is really basically one of his first Jidokas.
So Taichi Ono always said to the Gemba people, change the machine to a Jidoka system, automation with a human touch.
Automation with a human touch.
He always asked, is this a Jidoka machine?
Right. Where's the Jidoka? The question is, and that was Ono-san was always saying, where's your Jidoka?
Is this machine Jidoka machine?
Yeah, it's this Jidoka machine.
So the manufacturing department has the responsibility for quality. The general manager and the managers always think about this. Is this a Jidoka machine? This is how they guarantee quality. Before Jidoka, we have no idea.
Right.
This thinking really changed our mind.
It's something so simple, really. Where's the Jidoka? How do we stop the machine if a defect's produced? And otherwise, people just let them produce it, but then, let's stop and fix the machine. Why not think about how to stop the machine before it produces?
That's why Ono-san made inspections the job of the manufacturers. He didn't move the inspectors there. He made the manufacturers the inspectors. And that went really well. It's amazing.
So the string is going through there, and as soon as that part drops down, boom.
It's a very thin blade.
Very simple idea.
Such a thin blade can stop a big machine.
Yeah, such a small little thing stops the whole machine. Exactly. Fascinating.
Back in the beginning, Toyota was a poor company. Kei Ichiro always said, what is this? Is this a necessary part? Do not buy it. Do not purchase this. Ono-san utilized just-in-time in another way. Reducing inventory, Ono knew, reduces safety stocks. Then if something happens, the line stops and you are forced to fix the problem. And because we had no inventory, in 1 hour, the whole factory would stop.
It just forces all the problems to the surface so you can deal with the problems instead of keep burying them in lots of inventory. So the two different approaches were completely different. So Kiichiro wanted to minimize inventory, right? Because we didn't have a lot of money. And then Ono comes along and says, no, we're going to fix our problems. It's going to force us for our problems to be very visible, number one, and for our processes to be very refined and reliable.
So his another target was to force managers.
To fix the problems. Okay. So
not just staying in the office.
Right.
When I was a young engineer, this was the general manager's attitude.
This is generally what the general manager would do. Relax, you read the newspaper. Right. And Ono comes and kicks you and says, no, get on the floor and fix the problems. There are many problems on Ono's principles. There are many problems to be found on the shop floor. Get on the Gemba and solve them.
Everybody wanted to be the general manager.
Everybody wants to be a general manager to go relax and read the newspaper. Yeah, what I like about the story is that it just reveals the human side of Toyota. And the Toyota's not perfect, even though compared to all of us, they are perfect. Lets us know that we can achieve this step by step.
And Ono-san was very tough on the managers, but he loved the Gemba people. So I wanted to be a general manager, but then when I became a general manager, I had to work so hard. It was so hard.
Because everything changed. The general manager was out on the Gemba solving problems, where prior to that, they could get away with being in their office reading the newspaper.
You won't have the time to sit in a chair and relax and read the newspaper. When Ono-san started this activity, this was the actual condition of the Gemba and the shop floor. So Ono-san worked with the machine shop.
So he had lots of overproduction, making too much, not making to the customer's demand.
Even I, as a young engineer, I worked on the crankshaft line. Still, we were doing it. We were overproducing.
Right here,
Here, it's possible that this operator, with all the overproduction, worked very fast. Actually, one-by-one production is very important.
There's some of the problems now to the top leaders chasing results and forgot about the Gemba. Production. How fast can you work?
So this is a Kaizen story, the history of stamping line. Overstock went from 15 days to 11 hours. Die change from 4 hours to 5 minutes. Lot size from 1 week to 8 hours.
45 years to accomplish this, but all this was done by 1970. These are huge changes.
It's big changes. Improvements were done by a special TPS group that worked on these specific problems.
This was kind of like Ono's secret group, because if it all happened by 1970, TPS wasn't really known. And so this was Ono's secret group that produced these amazing accomplishments.
When I was just starting with Toyota, I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, maybe we need to change this to Ono coming in and say Ono secret group, secret improvements.
So this is a secret back behind the stamping area. Big piles of pallets were building up because they were not overproducing anymore. Huge piles of big stamping part pallets.
Overproducing, not making just in time. And then you reduce that stock from 15 days to 11 hours. You had 15 days sitting there waiting to be used to 11 hours. And the die changes went from 4 hours to 5 minutes. These are staggering numbers.
Can you imagine big piles of pallets? None of it are necessary anymore because we've started doing just in time.
Right.